we've got a new family member, Oxymore Took.
Good evening. For those of you who do not know me, I am Oxymore Took, and I am a folklorist from the Shire. Now, this is Elf Night, and I've noticed that there's a particular race that has not been represented this evening, and those are the goblins, the orcs. And for those who know, in the First Age, Morgoth created the orcs by kidnapping, torturing, bending elves into his race. Now, many of you think the only way you should see an orc is at the end of your sword. But as a folklorist, I have moved among the people of Middle-earth, and I have found that they actually have a culture of their own. Coming from elves, this does not surprise me, but many people would be surprised. Now, of course, that culture is a bit twisted. So I'm going to give you two poems. And the first poem really shows you the evolution of the orcs from the elves. Now, when an elf wants to leave Middle-earth, they travel to the west, correct? What does an orc dream of? An orc wants to return to Morgoth, who at the end of the First Age was pushed out into the north, into the outer darkness. And this is a poem that they have. It is called The Blighted Star. We have been marred from birth. Time he cannot mend, for the water of a bitter well can never be clean again. All evil things return at the end, or else walk in the dark, unseen, to the iron crown in iron darkness, in outer darkness, or are forgotten as if they had never been. So take the path true north, with blighted star as your guide. Through the gates of darkness you will fly, and with the black hand you shall abide. The second poem relates a messianic figure that the orcs crave for. And it is called The Old Dame of the Stony Caves. And this is about a prophet, female goblin. Haggard she was, old dame of the Stony Caves, one-eyed and aloof, but teller of truths. Goblin kings came and went, her hand they sought, as queen or counselor, but all she refused. Gifts of silver or trinkets of gold could not buy her, mother of the future. For fire would come from the hand of elves to burn the goblins out of caves and holes. Deep is the dirt and hard be stone, but the elves have ways, and the sun is strong. Bitter is she who sees such things, so spares her spawn a death of fire. More bitter still, when she knows a son will come, regardless, queen without a king. Little is lifted of pain like this, even when her flesh will bring cold vengeance. The future is tricky, and prophecies seem cheap when one's blood and bone are the price to be paid. But the time comes, as snow upon the mountains, something that cannot be stopped. No husband had she, but a son. Green eyes of gems, red tongue of blood, and hands that pushed and did not grasp tight. She to a stream brought him, from the fish she took male, the reeds a strong staff, and the mist a cloak that hid. When the elves came, as she had seen, to a high mountain she fled, to a hiding place most secret. Then the goblin son she sat, green eyes, red-tongued, and hands that were strong, wrapped invisible from my eyes. A day and forever he shall wait. Alone he shall rebuild an army to take vengeance. And so the haggard one, old dame of stony caves, shall smile from the dust and rest at the end of all things.